In this tutorial, I'm going to explain long versus wide data. Let's just start with a hypothetical example. For instance, you would like to check how different colors impact behavior. And for instance, you design the button to be blue versus orange color and to see that how that impacts behavior. And you collect some data. For instance, if you are interested in knowing how different version of the design A versus B, how that impacts like how many minutes that people spend on the app. So you collect some data. Of course, this is hypothetical data. I randomly generated this data, so it's not real data. Anyway, we just use it as a purpose to illustrate the long versus wide data. So this data table actually can transform it into another format called wide data format. So as you can see that basically it kind of like put the condition A as one column and the condition B as one column. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain two perspectives. The first perspective, you can see to distinguish long versus wide data is that in the long data format, it has value that do repeat in the first column. In the wide data format, in the first column, there's no repeat value. What does it mean? It means, for instance, if you look at closely, you can see that in the long data format, the first column is different conditions, yes. So A versus B. So there's a lot of repeat value, A, B, 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 yes. So there are repeat value in the first column, but there's no in the wide data format. The first column basis the data for the condition A, so there's no really repeat values. That's one perspective. So basically you can move the A into a column name, yes. So actually that's related to the perspective 2. You can look at, of course these two perspectives are related, yes. In perspective 2, the long data format, you can see that X, sometimes you also can call it as independent variable, appear as a column. And the wide data format, the X appear as a column name. So this is the X, yes. We have different designs, different color design, version A versus version B. So this is an X independent variable. And then we would like to see how that impact how long people are using the app, the minutes spent on the app. The design here is independent variable, and the minutes spent on the app is dependent variable. So independent variable also has another name called X. Dependent variable also has another name called Y. So as you can see that for the long data format, the first column, namely the condition, is an independent variable. So in the long data format, the independent variable, it appears as a single column. In contrast, for the wide data, the X, namely the independent variable, appear as column names. So that's another perspective to look at that. The second perspective is that the long data format, X appear as one column, and the wide data format, X appear as column names. So there's two perspectives to look at the long versus wide data. So now we come to Excel, and this is the data we just saw earlier. And we know that Excel has the macro called data analysis. So we can click that and then come here. So we're going to do the t.test, use t.test to sample assuming equal variance. So click OK, and we come here. The whole reason I want to use use Excel as the demonstration here is that I want to show that this actually is you can think it as like a wide data format, even though you don't have to. But basic idea is that this is to select the one condition data for the Y. So basically, you're going to select the A, the Y dependent measure for the A, and then this is like the select the dependent measure for the B. So and then we're going to output range. The output range you can select anywhere, somewhere here. And so we're going to hit OK. So I can see that we are going to see the p-value. Later we're going to use R as well to show that. So we should be able to see the exactly same p-value. So basically the p-value suggests that these two mean are significantly different. So let's go to R and also going to show you the how wide versus long data format be used in R. So now we come to R. So this is the R code I have prepared. So instead of typing when making a recording, I just type in advance. So save some time. So basic idea is that we're going to do t.test in R. So we use a library to read the Excel file we just saw, so we can run it and can print out the data. As you can see, that the data, that's what we just saw in the Excel, yes. The interesting thing is that the t.test function in R actually can support both the long data format and wide data format. So let's do the long data format. So basically this is long data format, yes. The way we read into in the R environment. So we can just run it. So basically this is Y and X, Y as a model statement, and then data equal the data we have. And we are going to write as the variance equals as true, because by default it's false. So if we want to be consistent with what we just did in Excel, we need to specify that it's true. Okay, so we run it, the result is here. So the p-value is 0.0135, which is exactly the same as the p-value we saw in Excel. We can also write as using the wide data format. So basically we are going to select this power data as say as data A and this power data as data B. So let me just print it out to show you what I'm talking about. Yes, and then print data B. So we can run it. So print data A. So this is data A. Yes, 213 until the 9. The last number is 9. Yes, you can also print the data B, which should be start with 15. Yes, so yes, starts on 15 to the last number is the 9. So as you can see that, so this is correct, yes. So we can use the t.test, the function as well, but we can also write using the wide data format, yes. So this is the part of the data A and data B, and also specify as variance equal variance as true. So let's run it. So as you can see that it got the p-value 0.1352. 0.1352. So as you can see that that's exactly the same. Yes. Also, you provide the mean for the condition A and condition B. Condition A and condition B. So as you can see that for the t-test in R, for this function, you can use both the long data format and wide data format. You just need to pay attention that, okay, actually you need to be really mindful that which data format you are using. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below.